sorry that you guys haven't had anything to watch from me recently. I think the last video that I posted was, what was that, Wednesday last week, Tuesday. Keep a long story short, I've been sick, and you might still sort of hear it right now. I noticed this coming on like about Thursday. I felt a little weird. Basically Thursday and Friday, I could feel my joints and everything starting to get stiff, and a little bit of a scratchy feeling in the back of my throat. And then Saturday, so to run you up to speed, Thursday I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we ran a water pump from Tulsa to Birmingham, Alabama, and delivered that on Friday. And then Friday we picked up another pump. It was a vacuum pump, and ran it down to Mulberry, Florida. Both of those paid. Well, the first pump didn't pay all that great, but it made me happy getting out of Oklahoma. It was a good rate for getting out of there. The Florida one was paying really good, so I can't complain about that. Anyways, Thursday and Friday I felt a little off, but nothing wild. Saturday rolled around and I was a bit worse. I had a bit of a headache. My joints were getting a little bit more sore and stiff, and the back of my throat was still a little scratchy. So I figured I had like strep throat or something like that maybe. That's all that was. Sunday I took a 34 and I was really bad on Sunday. So Sunday I had a killer headache. My eyes hurt. I could barely look around without being in pain. My joints were stiff as hell, and the scratchy throat thing went away though. But basically it was just a killer headache and super stiff, and that was throughout the day on Sunday. And then Sunday night I could barely sleep because I was having cold sweats. I was sitting there, I'd be cold, I'd be sweating all over the place. Especially around my eyes would hurt so much that I literally just could not fall asleep. And I think finally I would guess around 1 o'clock at night, I finally fell asleep. And I woke up. When I woke up in the morning, I was actually feeling pretty good. Like all that pain had gone away. I could feel that I was still stiff, but like the headache and the hurting around the eyes, the headache was gone. The eyes still hurt a little bit. And I felt much better on Monday. Still felt wrong, but I was better. And keep in mind, this whole time I haven't had any runny noses or sneezing or coughing or anything like that. It's just literally been headaches and joint pain. So Monday I went and I dropped off, and I took the rest of the day off just because I wanted to relax a little bit more. So I took the rest of the day off and booked myself a load here in Georgia. So we dig-headed out of Florida, which is the first time I've ever dig-headed out of there without anything. We're dig-heading out of Florida. We're in Georgia now, and we're picking up just outside of Macon. I forget where it is. We're going to pick up there. It's conduit cable reels. There's 6 of them. We're going to take them up to Johnson City, Tennessee, which is not far from the house. And anyways, I woke up this morning. I still feel wrong. The throat's sore again. So you can probably sort of hear my voice is a little weird. So my throat's still sore. My joints still hurt. My eyes still hurt just a little bit, but what's new is my chest and my arms, like the skin is super sensitive. Like just doing this, I wouldn't say it hurts, but it's uncomfortable. So that's a new one. I don't like that because like if I hit a big bump, I'm a big guy, I got fat, when the fat jiggles around, it's like, we're going to pick up this load, we're about 2.5 hours away. Deliver this tomorrow, and then we'll go home for multiple reasons. One, to relax, try to get over what I have. If I have to, I'll go see a doctor if things are still not looking good. I'll probably get tested, see if it was COVID or not. But 2, I need to pick up my IFTA stickers for 2022. We're probably going to do the thermostat in the truck, get that changed. There's a couple other little things I'm going to fix on the truck. Let's see, I got a dentist appointment on Friday, but if I'm still sick, I'm not, or Thursday, if I'm still sick, I won't be able to go to that. And so yeah, it's just all sorts of stuff going on. Alright, real quick, I wanted to show you what we had. So, 6 conduit reels, roughly 17,000 pounds, maybe a little less. These suckers barely fit. So, I'll be honest, I've never measured the width of my bed. They say ideally they want trucks with, from rub rail to rub rail, 102 inches, which will give you about 98 inches of deck space. I have 96, which is the exact width of these sitting side by side. So if you remember those fiber optic cable reels I hauled, they were also 96 wide, but these are a little bit more snug. So what I've actually done, since some of these are not fitting quite the way I like it, just to give me a little bit of extra insurance, I put my winch, pocket winches, into the spog in between the rub rail so that this can't slide over. See now how it's blocked there? So I don't know what DOT's opinion is on that, but hey, if it's making a load safer, I'm all for it. So I got another one right here, because if you could look, see how only half that, about a quarter of that is hanging off. Same with this one back here. I'm not a big fan of that, so that's why I got those wedged in there. These front ones are fitting pretty good, so I'm not gonna bother with that just yet. I do have 2 more of those, so if for some reason I feel like it's not, things are moving around, I'll throw one in there. But yeah, so that's what it is. I got 2 chains up there, 2 straps on this one, and then 2 chains here. These chains are actually doubled up, so there's 4 chains here because they're not long enough. So they're connecting right back there in the middle. But 2 straps on this one, which will be more than enough. Because between these 2, I think they're 2,800 pounds each or something like that. So basically 55. So we got enough securement there. And yeah, so it's a short-ish drive. It's 300 miles over to Johnson City, but we will be going up through the kind of the back roads and up through the mountains up by Asheville. So because we're gonna cut up, what is that, Interstate 40, cutting up through the mountains there. But we're gonna be taking, I think it's US 23 from here, which we're in Tenville or something like that, Georgia. We're gonna basically jump onto US 23 and run it over over and up to 40. I think that's what it is, 23. I could be wrong, but anyways, that's it. Let's move. Okay, so we're rolling. Just to clarify on what I just said, it's not Johnson City, it's Jefferson City that we're going to, Tennessee. And we're going to take, I think it's Georgia Highway 15 over to US 441, or not 441, is it 129? I don't know, it's one of those. And then we'll grab 23. So that's kind of our route. Mosey on out over this way. Now the one thing to note with a load like this on a straight truck, you really have to know what you're doing. Because again, this is 17,000 pounds, and it's sitting 8 feet up on my deck. So I'm right at, what would this be, 12 feet tall. So 12 feet tall with 17,000 pounds way up there, you're gonna be top heavy. So, and one of the bigger things, it's kind of a benefit, but at the same time, you gotta watch out for it. For one, you'll know when your truck is leaning. You'll feel it. With a trailer, you don't feel the lean until it's too late. Well, you kind of do, especially on a fifth wheel, you kind of do. But it's still, you get a little bit of a sense of disconnection. With this, you can feel it. But also at the same time, you're not as stable as a trailer. A trailer, you have, especially a full-length trailer, the longer you are, technically the more stable you are, unless you're, pushing max weight for, a 48-foot trailer. But you also have, 4 axles on the ground. Or if you're doing a Hotshot, you got a pickup truck, you got one on your drive axle, and then you got 2 or 3 on your trailer. But you're a little bit more stable on a truck like this. On this, you're not. So you gotta be careful around turns or slow speed maneuvering, like especially with a single axle truck. Potholes can scare the crap out of you. So like, I've had times where I have a top heavy load, and such a weird town. A top heavy load, and I would turn into like a truck stop or something, and there's a pothole, and like the right side of the truck will fall into it. When your tire falls, that 3 or 4 inches it may be, that entire weight shifts over, and that could scare the crap out of you. So it's just one thing to note when you're driving a straight truck like this, fully loaded. My gear. Yeah, it's just the truck will behave differently. If you've been driving straight trucks for a long time, whether it be like a dump truck or a concrete mixer, you'll sort of know what I'm talking about because you'll be used to the weight. If you've never driven a straight truck before, you can easily get used to it, but getting a feel for the weight will take some time. It'll be a little stressful. But that's pretty much that. Other than that, it's fairly simple. I like it. There's a reason why I run these trucks. you guys. So I was editing the video and realized I never had an outro from all this stuff, so I wanted to give you a quick update. So our delivery at Cable Reels, we did that earlier today. That went fine, no issues there. We are sitting at the pilot off of Strawberry Plains Pike, just outside of Knoxville. I was gonna go back to the house, but basically I'm staying here for the night just because I still don't know what's going on with my my sickness stuff. I'm pretty sure at this point it's probably COVID, just because all the symptoms are there, and that's just what's going on. If it's not COVID, it was some sort of a flu. Right now I'm feeling fine, but I picked up a little bit of a cough now, so periodically I'll have a cough. The back of the throat is getting better. It was still a little scratchy this morning, but it's getting better. But now it's also now kicked in. My nose is literally just now starting to run. That just started about an hour ago, so I guess I'm gonna get every single symptom for this whole thing. So anyways, I was gonna head back to the house, but Dad is having some health issues, and he cannot afford to get sick or anything like that, so we're trying to figure out the best course of action. I may end up sitting in the truck at the house and just, you know, quarantining in the truck for a little bit longer if I have to, or we can make something else work, but that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to throw that quick update out there. I will be getting back to the house, obviously. I got stuff that I need to do, get that stuff done, but I guess we're just taking one more night out to just see how I'm looking in the morning. So that's where we're at. I'll have this video up for you guys here in a little bit. Like I said, I'm just finishing up right now. I'm just gonna throw this outro thing right here at the very end, and then be posting it up online for you guys. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. It's 5:30. I'm hoping to have this published 7 o'clock if upload goes pretty quickly. So that's that. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully I can have more videos coming out here next week. I don't plan to be home for long, especially if I get over whatever I have. Oh, I was gonna get a COVID test, but I've been calling around all over the place, and no one has rapid testing right now. Everyone is cleaning out, whether it's a doctor, pharmacy, whatever it is, they do not have any. The only one you can do is a lab test, and because of the influx of people getting COVID tests, the lab tests are taking anywhere from 3 to 5 days before you get results. So regardless, I'm gonna have to be sitting around and avoiding people or whatever, but that's whatever. We're just gonna play this thing by ear. Anyways, that's it. Let me get this posted. You'll have it here shortly. Thanks.